Coming to you live from the Rant Radio Network studios, it's the SportsCast with your host, the sports guru and Bud Knocker. Call the show at 855-969-RANT. That's 855-969-7268. Follow the show on Twitter at SportsCast_THN. That's SportsCast_THN. It's the SportsCast on the Rant Radio Network.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back to the SportsCast Wednesdays, 12 p.m. noon right here, Rant Radio Network Studios. Coming to you live with Bud Knocker, my co-host, as usual. Got a big show for you guys today. It's been a big, huge weekend of sports. A lot going down. We'll get to it all today. Had a great show packed for you. We're going to get into some BCS rankings, shuffling, shaking, movers, and shakers.
A little bit, yeah.
Got some big matchups coming up. We'll rant and rave about our USC Trojans a little bit.
Where is it?
Right there.
Where is it?
I like it.
Like it?
I like it a lot. I do.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
You heard it here
Well, we'll get into everybody's hated part of the show, Guru's Power Rankings. We'll get to those, get those out of the way and sweep, but a lot of movers as well in the Power Rankings. We'll get into NHL, NBA news, and stick it around, guys. We got a great wild world of sports. If you ever want to see Grandma do a beer bong.
Grandma, I wish you were my grandma.
She makes me look bad. Like, she just makes you look like, you know what? You're just a pussy.
Turn the card in.
Getting the card in. And then we're going to get a couple boneheads in the NFL as well. So we got a big show for you guys today, so stick with us. You guys can call the show live, 855-969-7268, or tweet the show, SportsCast_THN. Guys, Twitter is usually the best way to get your word across right away, but also call. We'd love to talk to you as well, again, at 855-969-7268. Big weekend last week in Sports Talk. What were you up to? What were you doing? I didn't see you over the weekend, so what's going on?
Well, I had to work on Saturday.
No shit bombs from the nephew? You didn't have any shit bombs going off?
No, weren't babysitting this weekend. Weren't babysitting, but
That's
had a
always
real good weekend.
Okay.
If it wasn't for Alabama sluggish first half and Baylor not showing up for the first quarter, it would have been awesome. But VIPs again, man. We broke even on Saturday. I think you won on Thursday. We broke even on Saturday, and then you went a walloping 5-0-2 on Sunday, winning the cash.
They're winning the cash.
So I think we're figuring that out. That puts us at 25-3, I believe, in the last 28 suggestions that we have made
I like
for
how you
our
call them
VIPs.
suggestions. They're suggestions.
For our
You're
VIPs.
suggesting that you make these picks to win some money.
Oh, no, we're
bitches.
not suggesting you ever gamble.
Volume, please,
Ever.
Arvin. Volume, please.
We're not suggesting you ever gamble. And
Right.
I've come to the conclusion
Yeah.
I need an intervention.
Okay.
I am
you
now,
are. I was about to get to this first, but thank you for getting to it right away.
I am
You
now
do.
gambling on Tuesday night MAC games. I won, but that's not the point.
You are one pathetic loser.
Seriously, you text me in the morning like, oh, how'd you do on Monday Night Football? I was like, oh, I did pretty good. I did take the Patriots with the VIPs, but I did some.
Right.
My degenerate self does live betting all the time to cover my ass. So I went back with live betting. I was like, Panthers got this game, man. I'm taking the over and some points, won some money. But you text me like, oh, how'd you do? I'm like, I did good. You're like, I got Buffalo tonight. I'm like, wait, the Bills playing?
What?
The Bills? The Sabres? What are you betting on? Like tonight? What are you like? I look at my ESPN app to search the games. Okay, the Sabres aren't playing. The Bills aren't playing. Let's go to NCAA football Division I on a Tuesday night. Knocker kills it on his Buffalo pick, taking home the money, baby.
It's the Miami of Ohio. They covered that 24
Seriously.
points. It was
Show
awesome.
me the money.
You're just sitting there last night.
Yeah, left up. Show me the money. I need
You're
to
gonna
see
see
Yeah,
me.
poor Wendy's
Show
looking
me
at
the
me like,
money.
oh, my God, they have football on every night. Yes, honey. Yes, they do. And I got Northern Illinois
Yeah.
tonight, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go, Huskies. But no, that's a good weekend, man.
Yeah.
Sunday was a kick-it weekend. Got a few things done. Got a washer and dryer exchange out in the house. Pulled my back out as usual. Something stupid. But,
Nice.
but other than that, it was pretty good. And you?
Pretty good. It was a good weekend. Pretty kicked back. I watched a lot of football, of course. Went over to Johnny Icebox's house, our producer on Toad Hop Network, for our NFL Game Day show. We're going to be maybe doing a little show out of his house. We're building a studio over there.
Nice.
So we did like our beta show. we talked about how bad McDonald's Happy Meals are nowadays for kids. So if you want to hear that, I'm going to put that audio out on our site. It's pretty... We basically ate chocolate, the good chocolate. We called it 3 Dudes in a Room. We couldn't call up with the name of the show.
3 dudes in a room.
3 Dudes in a Room is the
Okay.
name of the
All
show.
right.
So that'll be coming to you in the future. So stick around for that. But let's get into some NFL. Throw it to me here, Arvin. The NFL, baby. Big week right now. A lot of upsets last week in a couple games. Some teams falling down.
Yeah.
Broncos proved still the best in the AFC.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah.
It was a good game.
I kind of figured it was going to go the way it did. It kind of played out the way I thought it was going to go. Chiefs just can't score.
No, and they were right in it. That they had that turnover, and then they turned the ball right back over. A great play by the linebacker for Denver.
Niners going down again.
Well, I don't know what to
2
think
in a
about
row.
that team.
Looking
I'm
bad.
just not
Lions
sure.
fall down to the Steelers. And I'm telling you, if you want, diversity in a league or just
Parity.
Yep. NFL's
You
got
have
it.
it.
Whether you hate it or like it or not, man, NFL has got parity. If you're a fan of 2/3 of the NFL right now, you have playoff hopes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you're the
all still in.
Jaguars, or the Buccaneers, you're pretty much in it.
Yeah, you pretty much still have a shot.
Yeah.
You really do. Oddly enough, we got here on Twitter. Give the entire Panthers team a hashtag suck my balls for me. My
Okay.
brother is a Panthers fan and won't shut up about them now.
There you go.
I can understand that.
All
I
right.
can understand it. And,
Go ahead and cut it
and
over.
as a side note, I'm eating bacon jerky right now.
Oh, bacon jerky.
Hashtag manly.
Man, that is kind of manly. I don't think I've ever. My wife made bacon the other day for breakfast. I couldn't eat it.
What?
I'm scarred for life.
Because of that?
Because of the vodka, I cannot eat bacon again. Thanks, Arvin. I will never know what the taste of bacon is
just
again.
the side of it?
Yeah. It better be crushed up and put in my salad or something because I can't eat it. The smell of
Hey, I told you, I have some coffee strainers here. We can filter this vodka out.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is for the Panthers and for Arvin ruining my bacon taste. That's right. Loved bacon before that.
You know what?
The pictures of that, just the floaties, like.
That was just ugly.
What did
wasn't
you
it?
call them? Bursts of flavor? What are they?
Pockets of flavor.
Pockets of flavor.
Pockets of flavor, he calls them.
Yeah.
I call it floating fat particles.
Yeah, you call it. That's what I call it too.
You know what? In certain parts of LA, they might call it pockets of semen.
North Hollywood.
We're
We're going to yeah. That Arvin's in a cheery mood today. Do you want to tell us about something happened this weekend?
I'd rather not.
Did you have sex?
Did you have sex this weekend? Finally, did you?
You know what? He didn't
With a
call me in the
partner
morning.
this time? With a partner this time, homie?
Yeah, without the blow up doll in the extra room.
Yeah, you're all smiles
She had an incredibly big Adam's apple. That's all I'm gonna say.
incredibly big Adam's apple.
Yeah, you were in Tijuana.
She talked like this.
She talked like that. Yeah.
Was her name Lola?
She had a big Adam's apple. That's right.
It just didn't seem right when she said, "Do you want to party?"
Do you want a party? All right, man, let's get
So
going.
big games, though. I mean, 49ers going down this weekend. Bengals come up with a big win as well. We're going to get in my power rankings this week. And this week's power rankings, again, guys, you can check them out at thenewsportsguru.com. That is the official website. We tell you guys to go there every week. Put out some great stuff. We got Lawrence Brooks' rapid reactions that he puts out each week. Got week 11. He covers all the week's games that would just happen, breaks them down for you
We got
guys.
Albert covering the Heisman Trophy
Albert
race.
is on top of all of our college stuff. So we got football covered.
Stone Ghost covering
Yeah.
Stone Ghost
Soccer. We
28
got
covering the
World Cup. I mean, we're covering it all.
Mexico.
Yeah.
They made it in, huh?
Mexico made it in after all
Mexico.
this. So you can look out.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the balloons with piss in them. So those will be coming flying your way at the World Cup this year in Brazil. So, my power rankings this week,
Gotta love
though,
it.
2013 power rankings, week 12, I called it, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Superman. Cam
Yes.
Newton, baby.
Cam.
All right, it's big guy. Throw me out some background here. Give me some little Jay-Z. Throw on the back. But man, Cam Newton. I don't know what you guys say about this kid. You know, when the season started, it looked like, oh, here it comes. Like you said, Knocker, you didn't like this guy's attitude at first. You thought he was another, Jamarcus Russell type.
He was
Vince
going
Young.
Vince Young. He was going the same path as Vince Young, man.
Yeah.
And 6 weeks ago, oddly enough, 6 weeks ago, he came out, humbled himself in public, said, "I need to be a better quarterback. I need to be a better teammate. I need to put my ego away and just be the best football player I can for the Carolina Panthers." And since he has done that, 6-game win streak, they look fantastic.
Beating 49ers and the Patriots back-to-back weeks.
Yes, he took the step this week on national TV that you've been waiting for Andy Dalton, Matt Schaub, even Alex Smith, waiting for one of these guys to take that next step and lead his team on a game-winning drive against a bona fide Super Bowl contender on national TV, and he did all that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an awesome display. The scramble The scramble in the fourth quarter? Come on, man.
Just the stage. I mean, it was pumped
that's
up
awesome.
from the very beginning when Steve Smith was going at it with Talib. I mean, those guys.
Oh, man.
I mean, Talib, come on, man. You can't rape a guy, okay? This is football. I mean, he's holding Steve Smith's leg. What do you expect him not to get pissed off? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
it was a great game. A lot on the line. Again, Cam Newton comes out on top. Panthers big movers in this week's Power Rankings. Again, the Power Rankings are brought to you by JuicyWhip.com, guys. Check them out at all your local taquerias, aguas frescas. They bring out the Jamaica, Tamarindo. They're at El Pollo Locos. You guys can get the carton of the best-selling horchata in America at Target, Vons, Ralph's, right in your milk section. Get out, grab a carton of it today. JuicyWhip.com, guys. All right.
Who do we add to the shitter this week?
The shitter this week is you know it's about time. You've been waiting for this team to go into the shitter, right? You know who I'm talking about? Who is it?
It's got to be Washington.
There we go,
it's
baby.
Gotta be.
Christmas! Dinner was full!
Man, we're going to send a really good Christmas present. We're going to send a box of shit teams to somebody this year. Merry Christmas.
You know what, man? For
They're
a team,
just bad.
A team with so much promise. And not only are they bad now, Josh, now they're sniping at each other in the press. And that's never a good
They're playing
thing.
the blame game all the way
This
around.
whole thing is falling apart, and it's falling apart fast. And, I don't know. I don't know if the Rat can save his job, man. 'Cause if they roll out and finish this thing at 4-12 or something like that,
I agree.
I think the Rat's got to go, man.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I really do.
Something's got to go. There's nothing clicking. And we don't have chemistry. You're obviously seeing what happens to to a team. So, all right, let's get
Number 10.
Number 10, the Power Rankings this week, baby. Peppy Pants going out to you. They stay in the top 10. Another big comeback win. I mean, they some weather going on. 2-hour weather delay in this game against the Ravens.
Wow. Hey, you know what?
That's hard to come back from, especially down 10-0.
Dude, it was really rough on me. I don't know why, but I saw it.
You have like a moment right now.
No, I am. No,
Okay.
I am. Dude, seriously. I saw the pictures, the devastation of these tornadoes.
Oh, yeah.
In Peoria and in some of these cities, and I was brought to misty eyes. I mean,
It's like 30 tornadoes in like a span of hours.
They were just leveled. I mean, I haven't seen pictures of that kind of destruction since, it's a little exaggeration, I know that, but since friggin' Hiroshima, man. The only thing standing was the water tower.
Yeah.
Everything was gone. These poor people, man. I was really struck by the devastation, man, and my heart goes out to all those
definitely.
people
Thoughts and
affected
prayers
by
out there.
this. But boy, oh boy, the storm, man, did it tear up that
It
field.
was
And the best thing
nasty.
about it was they played in the mud.
And I love it.
Wasn't it awesome?
Bear down,
They played
like
in the mud.
hashtag bear down for Peppy Pants, because really the Bears did bear down, going down 10-0 to come back out there. You all the adrenaline work, you got to pump yourself
Yes,
up
you
basically all over again. That's hard to do in a sport, but they come back in a huge game in this for the Bears.
Believe me, I know how hard it is to get it up a second time.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I know how hard it is. You speak the truth, son. You speak the truth. It's really hard to get it back up for another time.
Russ?
Yeah. So, kudos to the Bears.
Kudos to the Bears for
Bears.
getting it back up.
But the weather was something else, man.
Yeah.
It just tore that field up.
But
Wasn't
a
it
big
nice
wi-
to see him in the mud?
Yeah, I love the kind of football, man. It was fantastic. But the Bears in a big win now. NFC North is theirs. They're up in first place right now with the Lions. Lions with a bad loss against the Steelers. I mean, they just really blew a game. Their typical Lions lost to, but Bears, I mean, you got Alshon Jeffrey, Brandon Marshall, Marcellus Bennett right now, and Forte. I don't care who you stick back there in quarterback. You got weapons. And I'm happy with McCown right now. Let Cutler come back healthy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's obvious that the injury that he has, the one game that he did play totally ineffective. And they should have pulled him out. They lost a game they probably didn't need to give away. They can't afford to give away games.
Yeah.
But yeah, McCown's doing what they're asking him to do. The defense is playing well, and like you said, with Forte and the other weapons they have, they can grind this thing all the way out to the
so
end.
I got them. My number 10. I get on Twitter, guys. You can tweet us sportscast_THN. Whatever RG3D still gave me 22 points in fantasy. So again, fantasy world is a different one than real life, but real life that team is in shambles. So. Knocker comes in again on Twitter. This is for you, Knocker. Knocker loves seeing men playing in the mud. Hashtag guilty. Whatever. You love it. You love it. This is Knocker right here.
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk.
Yeah. Knocker with men in the mud.
Gliding around all slippery.
Slippery. All right, guys. Number 9 team here coming in this week's power rankings.
Number 9.
Let's see, Knocker. So you agree with Bears number 10 right now? 49ers coming at number 9.
Actually, right now, as enigmatic as the 49ers are, I might even put the 49ers below the Bears right now.
Really? 49ers been disappointing.
They're just...
Is Colin Kaepernick? Do you blame it on Cal? I mean, is this sophomore slump? What? Niners coming at number 9 here. On my power rankings, dropped 3 spots.
I think a
Down to
lot
9.
of things are involved here. They've changed the offense. I think what happened to RG3 getting hurt, both Seattle and San Francisco have pulled the reins in.
I kind of agree with
on,
that. Yeah.
on what they're doing as far as the offense, but in turn that hurts them because Kaepernick and Wilson are freelancers. They do their best work when they're freelancing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a little of both.
And they've been missing Vernon Davis is a big miss. I mean, he's their key guy in the red zone this year.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Colin Kaepernick, so it's a big miss there. But they're not going. They abandoned the ground and pound game. They're trying to just no, stick to what you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
agree.
how that's how the Steelers won the Super Bowls. Ground and pound. That's what the Bears did.
You have
Play
the
to the
best running
strengths
back
of
in
your
the league
team.
in Frank Gore
Play
right
to the
there.
strengths. So,
You're just not using
49ers got to turn it around. Luckily, they get the Redskins Monday night, which should be a slaughter. I think 49ers finally get their act together this Monday in Washington, but we'll see here. All right, guys, at number 8, this team finally bounced back, but
Number 8.
I'm still not a believer. The only reason they went up is because the 49ers and the Lions lost. There's really not much of the Bengals.
Number 8.
Sorry, guys.
By default.
Yeah. Oh, what came on right now? Bruce Springsteen comes on. Yes. That was awesome. Number 8, though, the Bengals move up 3 spots, like I
I
said.
haven't seen one female since we got here.
I
This
know.
place is a sausage fest.
With Bruce.
Sausage fest.
But the Bengals move up by default, like I said, and they scored 41 points. Andy Dalton had 93 total passing yards in this game, and they scored 41 points.
Yeah,
It's all defense.
Yeah.
It's all on defense. Again, they beat the Browns. Big win. They go to 7-4. That division is still wide open with the Steelers gaining another win. Don't count them out. But the Bengals,
you
again,
can't.
I'm just still not a believer. They go up by default just because they're 7-4 and they won.
Yeah, they're 7-4, so they got to be somewhere up there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
So,
well,
I'm
just
still
throw a
not a
dart.
believer. Yeah.
Throw a dart, and they landed on 7.
Yes, Andy Dalton's still not going to win
Hey.
you Super Bowl, though. All right, number
Number
7.
7.
This team, again, scares me, but another great comeback win Thursday night. Go up 2 spots. The Indianapolis Colts, 7-3 now. Who needs Trent Richardson when you got Donald Brown in the lineup? I mean, my God,
no
this
kidding.
guy has been turning up the last 2 games. Trent Richardson is just, if you're the Browns, no matter what happens this season, that was a great deal. You got first-round picks for Trent Richardson.
Yes.
No joke with that.
I agree. There's some issue either with his work ethic or something.
Maybe he's just not good anymore. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I mean, he won the Heisman Trophy. I mean, he's got to be able to run the ball, but
Him and
you know-
Ray Rice, just talk about just falling flat in their faces this year.
yeah, well, Ray Rice had a good game
He did
last
last
week.
game,
He did
finally,
come back last
yeah.
week, but Richardson, you just got to scratch your head and wonder what the hell. So, maybe he's a locker room problem. Although people that I talk to that
Know
him and know the locker room, they're saying that's not it. He's not a problem. He's not a bad guy. So
And you can't blame offensive line. Donald Brown's running behind the same offensive line.
Exactly.
So you can't, you got to just look in the mirror here,
that was a
Trent.
pretty good Thursday game.
Yeah.
And actually there was a Chris Johnson sighting. He
Yeah,
actually
Chris-
showed up that game.
What are you doing? He scores 2 touchdowns over 100, like
And then you don't
80
give him the
yards
ball.
in the first half. Then you don't give him the ball like twice in the second half. It's just dumb. Just dumb. But
You gotta wonder
back to the
that.
Colts. So this might be one of the most talented teams in the NFL, but I don't know how they can overcome a lot of these holes and injuries that they've suffered this year. And they're going to be tested this Sunday. They got to go into Arizona, an Arizona team that's 6-4 now, and that defense is really good. Colts don't play really well outside of Indianapolis, so it's going to be a tough one on the road here.
Yeah, this is a huge game.
the
This
Colts.
is a huge game for Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
If they can pull this one off, they're breathing right down the 49ers next. So, it's good for Carson Palmer, man. I'm really happy for the guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is good to see Carson back at it again. But, all right, number
6.
Number 6 here. Tough loss. Monday Night Football. Patriots go down to the Panthers. Controversial call in the end zone. Whatever you want to say, whether the refs blew it or not, a win's a win for the Panthers, and they beat them. Okay, it's plain and simple. Win's a win. That happens in sports. Calls don't go your way sometimes.
Hey, both teams have been on both ends of calls like that.
And that's why I don't knock
you know.
the Patriots too much. They did drop 2 spots down to number 6
Hey, well, that
this
wasn't
week.
an easy game. I
No.
mean, you can't
In
knock them.
Carolina, winning off 5 in a row. You're
Yeah.
going Monday Night Football. It's a hard game for the Pats to go in there and win.
Absolutely hard for anybody, and they showed up and they were right there at the end.
The Pats, though, still in line for the number 2 seed in the AFC right now.
Mm-hmm.
And big showdown this weekend. Brady versus Manning is going to be a good one on primetime Sunday night. So that's going to be a big game for kind of both those teams. teams.
Yes.
You know, especially with the Chiefs and Broncos meeting up 2 weeks from now.
That's
So
a huge game.
Yep. All right.
Number 5.
My top 5 Gurus power rankings. Again, guys, brought to you by JuiceWhip.com. All right, number 5, they dropped down 2 spots this week. Kansas City Chiefs. They've been dropping now 4 spots. They were my number 1. I dropped them down last week, 2 spots. Drop them again. There's no shame in losing to a great opponent. And I wrote that. They're a great team to go into Denver. That's a hard game to win. But you know what? They got a rematch in 2 weeks, like I said. But they just don't score enough. They just don't have enough game changers.
Well, that is their Achilles heel. And unless Jamal Charles, rips off. And what an interesting stat. He is the all-time leader in yards per carry average. He's 1.1 yard better than Jim Brown, which was amazing to me. But unless he breaks a long run or they get a big play on special teams, or a turnover, they have to have a short field.
Yes.
Obviously, they showed they're not capable of driving 80 yards, 3 or 4 times a game. Their defense showed up, but I'm really shocked that Peyton Manning didn't get dirty. Not once. They didn't knock that man down once.
Yeah.
And had they gotten a little bit of pressure on him,
made him feel uncomfortable.
Maybe a little different story. But I'm sure when the juices are turned up in Arrowhead in 2 weeks, you'll see a little bit different. But,
I agree.
Like you said, no shame in New England losing that tough game.
They got another shot
Kansas
at home.
City, no shame in going into Denver and keeping that game close all the way to the end.
Exactly. All right, number 4.
And they
Number
covered the
4.
under the 21, so I
you
love
like
them.
that. All right. Always betting, Knocker. Always betting, man. You're such a degenerate.
Gotta be relevant.
You're such a degenerate. I swear to God.
I am.
All right, number 4 coming in the biggest one of the biggest jumps. Jump up 2 spots this week. Carolina Panthers 7-3. You can't debate it, man. Like I said, against the call, the win's a win. They got a good big win at home. They beat the Niners and the Patriots back-to-back weeks now. Are we maybe starting to hear a little Cam Newton MVP? Maybe.
You know what?
If
they can run this out,
I mean, come on, guys, having quite a season here.
If they can catch and pass New Orleans, then I think he definitely gets the nod. Definitely Carolina is nowhere near where they are now without him.
Yeah.
And his attitude change. Again, it's all
maturity,
attitude change, and I think RG3 should take a page from Cam Newton's
Newton
book.
there,
And just, start playing quarterback and do all the right things. So, boy, they got a defense,
Yeah.
and they chase the ball.
That's why, they're doing that breakdown before the game.
ball.
There's like 4 or 5 guys on them. Whoever's getting tackled is getting tackled. They don't miss tackles. And I know you hate us talking about it right now on Twitter. A couple Panthers haters. They want me to write a little suck my balls for the. There you go, Proto. But what you don't hate, you can't hate a team that's won 6 in a row and just playing out of their mind and have weapons on both sides of the ball here. Just good. It's good to see the Panthers. I like seeing new teams, too. I like seeing different teams get up there, so it's nice. All right.
Number 3.
This team, again, climbs up in the power rankings. Another 2 spots. The Seattle Seahawks continue to impress. My God, they have won, I believe, their last 6 or 7 games in a row now. Seahawks have won. Percy Harvin came back, made a couple good catches.
Yes, he made an impact.
Impact
first
on the
day
game
back,
already,
yeah.
and he's going to continue. The Seahawks will continue. Their NFC's top seed. I just don't see anybody dethroning them right now. As the number 1 seed. So that's right. Can't touch them, baby. Seahawks. I like that.
Can't touch this.
I like that, Arvin. Arvin, you guys shaking in our pants right now. Everybody in their desk was like.
First off, let's get this straight. I never want to know when anything's shaking in your pants.
Yeah. Just for you, buddy. Just for you. All right. Seahawks, though, they looked at Knock. Would you agree? Seahawks look the strongest team in NFC right now?
Yeah.
Besides the Saints. I got the Saints above them and the Saints.
I
talk about home field advantage for both those teams. I'm saying
it's going to be crucial.
Yes.
It's going to be crucial.
I agree.
For
you put Drew
both
Brees
those
outside in January. That's not. I don't know about that. So
Number 2.
Number 2, Broncos. They just show why they're the best in the AFC. Even with the bum ankle, Peyton Manning goes. It doesn't even get touched. Like you said,
that was amazing.
He felt so comfortable all night, all game. They show why they're the best team in the AFC, taking down the Chiefs.
Now they do have an issue. I mean, Welker
took concussion, might not play this week against New England.
And that poor little dude, man, he had like 650 pounds of NFL athlete land on him on that play.
Yeah, it looked nasty.
And he still was able to recover the ball and get it back. But if they lose him, different team.
Yeah, a different team. I agree, but the Broncos
makes all those clutch catches.
What makes the Broncos so just lethal and deadly is that they can scheme to anybody's defense. It doesn't matter
Yes.
if you're the Chiefs, if you're the Ravens, Seahawks. They're going to scheme, and they're going to pick out your one weakness, and they're going to exploit it. And that's what they've been doing.
I agree. What I did like,
Yeah.
what I did like though, is I loved the way Kansas City played defense that game. He's doing all, Peyton's doing all, and Kansas City just standing there, not moving, not pointing, not reacting, not anything. You know, we're just going to play our defense and try and beat you with that, and they did a great job. But you know, like you say, my only problem with Denver now, I really think they have DB problems. I really think that a team that can throw the ball deep down the middle, which Kansas City could not do. Dwayne Bull was open a few times down the field. They had some plays to be made, and Alex Smith just didn't get the job done as far as delivering the ball downfield.
So I think this weekend's going to be a kind of key sign with all those New England receivers going down there. It's getting, Dobson, you've got Big Gronkowski going out there.
Yeah,
it's going to be a real test for that. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good game this week. So, all right, number one team. They've been there last week. They're going to stay. Big win, comeback win, controversial call on Drew Brees. We'll talk about that later on tonight's show, NFL Game Day show. Tonight at 4:30, guys, Toad Off Network. Check out that. We'll go over our Pigskin Pick'ems. And we have Freddie Lockhart in studio tonight, so it's going to be a good show. And we have Fantasy Straight 4-1. He's actually going to be in studio
tonight. He's actually showing up.
So if you guys want good fantasy advice, if you thought mine sucked, he will be in there.
So
tonight.
Nick Ritchie didn't run him off?
Yeah, he didn't run him off. Nick Ritchie, my God. I'm going to drop this down for Nick Ritchie.
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop it on to suck my balls on. But Saints, number one, Knocker, they're the best, baby.
Yeah.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
They're just lethal. Their offense and that defense, Rob Ryan, say what you want if you hate the Ryan brothers, you Rex, whatever. He knows he's got this team.
Oh, they can coach.
Amped.
Their players play for them.
Two coaches have turned that organization. I mean,
and it's just like his dad. I mean, his dad was, his dad was the defensive coordinator when Ditka was coaching the Bears to the Super Bowl, and they were like two different teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the offense, Levin Ditka, and the defense. Never have two coaches ever been carried off their shoulders after a Super Bowl win in that Chicago team. Buddy Ryan was a genius. Buddy Ryan got in a fight with the offensive coordinator in Houston. When the Houston Oilers were there and Kevin Gilbride was the offensive coordinator, Buddy Ryan went over and got in a fight with his own damn coach. Yeah. That's how the Ryan brothers are. They're passionate. That whole family is. And the players play for them. They lay it on the line for both of them, for Rob and for Rex. The Cowboys, you can't fault the Cowboys when he was coaching them. They played hard. They just didn't get it done. But his players play hard, and you got to love that. And I think it's a great boost for that New Orleans defense, who was pretty crappy last year.
Comes in on Twitter again, guys. SportsCast _THN from Mr. Awesome here at Deserve Smile. He's a big Chiefs fan. He also says, Andy Reid played like Kubiak ball, played not to lose, conservative ball, won't beat Denver. Hashtag got to take a chance. And I think you agree. You can't expect just to sit back there and hope to hold Broncos under 20 points. This is not going to happen.
Well, I think with their DBs, and they pointed out. I mean, Chris Collinsworth. I don't know if he's getting it in the ear or whatever.
I can't stand the guy.
The guy knows his football.
He does, but I can't stand him. I can't.
There was a play where they had late in the game. They had Jamal Charles lined up wide left with a linebacker on him, one-on-one. And they snapped the ball, and they threw a little curl pattern inside that was incomplete. And Collinsworth's like saying, dude, you've got the best receiver and the fastest guy in your team one-on-one with the linebacker. No matter what the coach called, you change it, and you go for the big play with this guy. That's the only way you're going to beat him, and they didn't do that. So I think they're going to see a few more shots downfield when they do play. And, you got to play to win. You can't beat better teams if you play not to lose. Yeah,
well, talk about the Saints. So lost a big key person on defense. You can go throw it up here, Arvin. Jabari Greer. God, this looked nasty. Game against the Niners, went up cornerback for the Saints. And it looked like he broke his leg. You can check the video out here on rantradionetwork.com, guys. We show a lot of video highlights. Look at it. Oh, it just bends back the opposite way. I'm sure a lot of people saw this live. But it ended up only, torn ACL?
Yeah, torn ACL.
And he did not break his leg on this. I mean, you look at the still picture on this right now. And it's just this picture. His leg it's like a boomerang.
Yeah, it's just not supposed to bend that way.
Yeah.
It just really isn't.
Big loss, though. Jabari Greer's a big part of that Saints defense there. There's going to be a big loss for them.
Just a question. Is that the medical terminology?
What's that?
It's not supposed to bend that way?
Yes.
Yes.
I went years of schooling for that.
No, you did not hear that from your date last night, okay? That's a medical thing. Oh, you set that up, Arvin. Bam! You set that up for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm out, guys. I can't come back.
Pay your
I'm
waitresses.
foam.
Tip
Yeah.
your waitresses. Try to be.
Sad guys. We always talk about people getting drunk at games. Just rowdy fans not thinking. Buffalo Bills fan. You guys can check out this incredible.
This guy's nuts.
Incredible video that I posted at Ralph Wilson Stadium during the Bills and Jets game last week. This guy actually fell from the 300 level down to the 200 level, a full drop of stadium. You can check out the video. Just the idiot's sliding down the rail like he's cool, like doing the rail slide with no back. Ends up falling down all the way down to the second level.
This is pregame during warm-ups, huh?
Yeah, during pregame. Suffered a shoulder injury and head injury as well. And this video is just ridiculous,
That
man.
was
He
awesome right there.
Pre-game, so he didn't get to stay and watch the whole game?
This guy's dumb. He's trying to show off. Goes flipped over. Again, you guys missed the videos. Check them out, thenewsportsguru.com.
Now, let me guess.
NFL section.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
They suspect alcohol was involved.
No, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he had some chocolate. Maybe it was the chocolate.
I mean, come on, homie.
I know. What you're
are you
rail sliding
doing,
out the
man?
300 at the top. I mean, come on.
Oh, wow.
It is.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, that had to hurt big time. All right, you can go ahead and cut it there. Our last up here, Knocker, NFL, because I want to get to break, and then we'll get into our BCS. Randy Moss, one of the greatest wide receivers ever, future Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Now, Randy Moss has caught 982 passes, okay, with 5 different teams. That's an accumulation of a 14-year career and 20 different QBs. Now, if you've caught passes from 20 different QBs over your 14-year career, could you name them all?
Probably not.
No?
No.
I'm going to read them off a list of who Randy Moss has caught a pass from out of his 14-year career. Ready for this?
Let's go.
Brad Johnson, Randall Cunningham, Jeff George, Dante Culpepper, Todd Boehm, Gus Farrak, Kerry Collins, Andrew Walter, Tom Brady, Matt Castle, Brett Favre, Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, Vince Young, Aaron Brooks, Spurgon Wynn, Rusty Smith, Marquise Tuiasosopo, Brian Hoyer, and Jay Fiedler.
Marquise Tuiasosopo and Spurgeon, what was his name?
I know, Spurgeon Wynn.
That's an odd one.
Hey, let's name our kid Spurgeon. Imagine that guy in high school. Have a spurge on your face, Spurgeon.
Damn, dude. He had
really
to be tough.
Seriously.
No, he got into it all the time, man. Had to be tough.
It's pretty cool, though. Randy Moss, they posted the video up.
That's
he,
awesome that he could remember that.
Yeah, he remembered all of it, so it's pretty cool. All right, guys, we're going to get to break here. When we get back, BCS shakeup with Knocker, the college football man, the guru over here. We'll break down all your top 25 matchups coming up. It is getting tight in the national championship race, so we'll get all that.
Yes, it is.
And the Heisman as well. Break it down for you, as well as we'll get into NBA around the corner. You're going to guys see if you want to stick around. Grandma chugs a beer bong in the parking lot. I'm telling you, if you're going to watch a show, it's the one part you don't want to miss here on the show. So we'll be back right after this.
Watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Add some crazy flavor to your vape pen. You're looking for something new and exciting in liquid vapor? Go to Crazy Cloud's e-juice. Find them at burstoflavor.com and try any of the new 12 flavors they have available. Blueberry, mint, raspberry, chocolate, gummy bear, hemp, watermelon, cola, orange, pina colada, coconut, or Red Bully. Call us today at 855-WE-BURST or visit us at burstoflavor.com and order yours today.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, 2 things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number 1 tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior tequila. There's only number 1. There's only number 1. There's only number 1. 1.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
What's wrong? I can't stop craving a cigarette. I just quit. Hey, what are you smoking on?
Oh, this? Best e-juice on the planet. Burst of flavor, of course.
What's that?
Only the best alternative to smoking with a great flavor. It has a burst of flavor in every puff.
Well, does it have nicotine?
It comes in different levels, including 0. They have 20 flavors and more coming. All the products are made in the U.S. Check them out at www.burstoflavor.com or call them at 855-WE-BURST.
Hey, let's burst together.
It's not just flavor, it's an experience. Cigarettes, you've met your match.
Welcome back to the SportsCast Wednesdays, 12 p.m. right here, rantradionetwork.com. Baby, you guys can watch us live at irantradio.com right now, bringing all the goodness with my boy Bud Knocker. Guys can call the show, 855-969-7268. Also, become a VIP, guys. Again, we've been raving about all over the show. We had one of our best winning weekends ever, winning 2 weeks in a row. We're on a 2-week winning run right now, $14.99. That's it, guys. That's it. To become a VIP, you guys get all of our...
That's for all the picks.
That's for all our picks.
Pick.
All of our picks all year long. We put them out for all the big games pretty much. All NFL games, all college games. Once basketball season gets started and we get start following it more. Once football season's done, we'll cover some more sports. But right now, we're winning money with the football. Again, guys, $14.99. Sign up today. You also get the Gurus Girls. We got 2 more coming out this month.
That a baby.
Be good. And also, Fantasy Trade 411. You get his private Twitter account, guys. So fantasy news for fantasy players, it's key.
Absolutely.
It is. I mean, you guys want to get your answer. A lot of guys, you'll tweet them, these fantasy guys, and they won't get back to you for a couple days. Nick gets back to you 5-10 minutes. This guy's on. Doesn't matter where he is. He'll get back to you. You'll get his private Twitter account. So join today at the news. Thank you at thenewsportsguru.com, guys. All right, hit me out the NFL music a little bit more right here, and we'll break down college football, baby. Big weekend this week. A lot of big upsets. Hail Marys. Dreams really do come true, people. Yeah. For Auburn, if you're an Auburn Tigers fan, you just got your Christmas present. You really did. You got an early Christmas present if you're an Auburn fan. Auburn, huge Hail Mary win this weekend. Keeps their national championship hopes alive. Our Trojans with another big win. We'll get into that in just a second. And Florida State and Ohio State continue to roll.
Yeah.
Along with your Baylor Bears.
And
Baylor
the Baylor
Bears.
The Baylor Bears took a huge step this weekend.
So we're going to break it down for you guys, get into the BCS rankings.
Yeah, this portion is brought to you by Al Dolino's Restaurant in the beautiful city of Azusa. The best Italian food on the planet. Guaranteed. Great atmosphere, freshest ingredients. You take your girl there. You have a good time, a family atmosphere.
You could talk like you're from Jersey like last week,
I'm
huh?
a Jersey Italian. I'm trying to do both here. I don't know how good I'm doing it,
Get
but
us
I'm
some
trying.
steak or some, you know, you got some pasta.
Try to feel.
Some meatballs.
Try to feel. We got lots of wine. You know. But hey, go in there and ask for Gabriel. Great
looking at
food.
me?
You will not be
You
disappointed.
talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
You talking to
I'm
me?
talking to you.
You think I'm funny?
You think you're funny?
They make you laugh like a clown?
Yeah, I think you make me laugh like a clown.
Like a clown?
Funny. Yeah, I do.
Take this pin and jab it in your neck. Bam, bam, right there.
How's the smoke now?
Go get a nice meal at Adelina's.
Hey,
Just
try
one
this,
question.
Try this.
Yeah.
Try
How
the
are their
Sunday
balls?
brunch.
Their balls?
How are their balls?
Their balls are very good.
They're meaty.
They're meaty.
Are they meaty and juicy?
Meaty and juicy.
Full of juice.
They burst in your mouth.
Yes,
And I'm
they
in.
do. Explosion of flavor.
They got nothing on Starburst.
Do they have pockets of flavor?
Yes, they do.
They do got pockets of flavor, baby.
I think they call that ravioli. But I don't know.
Exactly. All right,
anyway,
guys.
go to Aldino's, and we're also brought to you by James F. Hunshammer,
Yes.
CPA in Glendora. JamesFHunshammer.com for all your CPA needs. He got Josh the Cage this year. He can do it for you. So check them out.
Crank me up a little bit here, Arvin. I gotta play their drop.
Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry.
Right.
Show me the money.
That's right. I just got my new truck today.
Oh, you
'cause
did?
that
You're riding, huh?
I'm
You're
riding
dirty
You
right
call
now,
me
aren't
Deuce
you,
Deuce
man?
on my 22.
Excellent. The deuce.
That's right. I got
He's
Deuce
got the
Deuces
deuce-
out there.
deuce right there.
New Silverado. I like
It's
it.
his little douche coupe
little
right
douche
there.
coupe, exactly. I felt like
nice Ford Silverado from
Yeah.
Dyson Motors, a
Yeah.
longtime sponsor of the show.
Dyson
we
Dash
would not
Motors,
be
man.
here
Yeah.
without Dyson Motors.
Hooked me up once
so
again.
check them out,
Yeah.
Dyson-motors.com.
Yeah, I'm just happy gas is finally going down. I mean, that's the only reason I kind of bought it.
Yeah, well, you bought a truck, and your brother.
news, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Your brother just bought a 1-ton truck
Yeah.
from him also.
Yeah.
So check him out. Check out the deals at
Dyson Dash Motors. We'll give him a big shout out. All right,
Absolutely.
Knocker. So some big games this weekend, and our boys, the Fighting Irish, came out.
Back.
We are back, baby. Coach O.
Wait, crank that.
Crank it. What you got to say, Knocker, about this game, baby? I'm gonna let it roll while you talk a little Trojan talk here.
That's great, man. Nobody else has anything like that. I called it. I knew Stanford would be coming down here. They play mano-a-mano football. That's why they can take a team like Oregon and just outman them, out-tough them.
Yeah.
Not USC, man. If USC's pumped up, Stanford was going to try and run that ball down their throat. But the strength of the Trojan team is run defense. And that was just a great ball game. The Coliseum was freaking alive, man.
Yeah.
It was jumping. It was loud. Everybody there was on fire for that entire game. The SC team had a couple chances to fold, to come up with a big, huge block field
I'm telling
goal.
you, man, it was clutch. Like their defense, big time second
It
half
was, man.
defensive
It was.
play.
You know,
stepped it up.
The tension is gone. You can see that the tension on that team is gone. They do not look like the same team that came out for the first 5 games.
Coach O, you can check out the videos here, RantRadioNetwork.com.
And you got to love Coach O. Coach O goes for it on the fourth down. Now, yeah, they kind of had to go for it. You know, Marquise Lee comes up with the biggest play of the season, getting the first down on that fourth down play to lead to Andre.
I'm going to bring that to you right now. 4th down play here, game-winning goal. USC over Stanford this past week, and here we go. Crowd going crazy. Coach O going for the 4th down. Yeah, it's kind of muffled on sound, but again, just place going crazy. We had a couple family members at the game. Just the scene that was just crazy.
It was.
You could check pump it. This is what I wanted in my USC coach.
Well, this is what you
know?
have now. This is what you have with Coach Ogeron. He was here with Pete Carroll. He knows what it takes to get that kind of excitement, how to lead a team and get them pumped up. He understands SC family. That's all he ever talks about.
Yeah.
He's pissed they Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He's still talking about the fact that they didn't represent the SC family the way they should have in that loss to Notre
like you
Dame.
said, if there's 2 games you're going to win as a USC coach, it's Notre Dame, UCLA. I mean,
Absolutely.
you just don't lose those 2 games.
And the third, their most hated rival, other than those 2, is Stanford.
Stanford or Oregon, yeah.
So
one of the 2.
no, it's Stanford.
Stanford,
more than Oregon,
yeah.
but trust me, it's Stanford.
Okay.
Now you get Andre Hadari, who missed 3 field goals in that Notre Dame game. He's had a rough season. He missed an extra point. So, for him to come back, kick the game-winning field goal, take down the Cardinal. Now, the only problem I have with it is now the Pac-12 doesn't have a representative in the BCS championship game unless some other things shake out. What, you have a phone call? Is that
we got a phone call coming in.
Bring him in.
Also on Twitter, it says Peppy Pan saying she's at work right now. Just gave every employee down the hall the V, cranking that shit.
Yeah, baby.
Said they all think I'm nuts. They all think I'm nuts right
baby.
now.
Conquest.
Yeah. So, and again on Twitter, also says we need a new VIP program. One that has you bet for us and we split the money because I'm lazy. Yeah, you know what? No. I have a couple buddies that did that. They gave me here's $500. You bet every bet for the season and you take 20%. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Lazy ass. I'll take 20%.
No problem.
No problem. Let's take our caller
Let's
though.
take the call. All right.
Here on line
I got
1.
a feeling who this is.
All right, let's check it out. You're on
What's
line
going on,
4.
guys?
What's up, Jesus?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going good.
Good, man.
Have you recovered? Have
Great
you
to be a
recovered?
Trojan fan.
Yeah.
Great to be a Trojan fan.
How do you feel? How do you feel this week, man?
Oh, man, I'm fucking pumped. I am pumped.
Man,
Isn't
it awesome?
Pumped.
Isn't it
Big
awesome,
shout out to
Jesus?
Marquise Lee. He went out right before that big play. He went out limping, came back in, show heart, big heart to come back in and got the first down on 4th and 2nd, man.
Yeah.
Big heart from that kid.
Yeah.
He's gonna do big things in the pros, man.
Hey, you know what I like? You know what I love? I love Coach O's reaction to making the first down. Headphones off, pumping it on the ground, firing it up. If Lane Kiffin is there, he's with his arms folded over his chest, and we made the first down. Big deal.
He would have put the ball away, and I don't know, we don't know what would have happened, but I'm glad Coach O, he had nothing to lose. He came in, he called that play, he said, I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. No, I
got
agree.
more to gain than to lose.
Hey, you know what was
there.
what was cool, buddy? The pregame show. I'm watching the pregame show on TV, and this is what I love about the guy. They asked him 2 questions. How have you been able to turn the team around? And blah blah. He goes, I haven't done anything. All I've done is bring back the family atmosphere. It's Trojan family. USC is all about Trojan family, past, present, future. It's all about Trojan family. And the next question was, well, what makes you think, that you can beat the number 4 team in the country? And he just looked this girl in the eye and just told her, because we're USC, we prepare to win, fight on. And turned around and walked away. And I thought, that's it, man. He gets it.
Yeah.
We're USC. We don't have to hope to beat anybody. We're not supposed to hope to beat anybody. We're supposed to beat you.
And then a slap in the face to say that we're the underdogs at home?
Yeah.
Oh,
big
man.
time. Well, Jesus, I got a question for you here. Now, Coach O obviously turning this thing around for the USC Trojans. He's got another big game. Got to beat UCLA coming up here. And, obviously finish out the season on top. If he does, do you keep Coach O around? This is going to be the big question in the offseason. Do you give this guy maybe another year? Or, if someone comes out of the woodworks, a big NFL coach, do you go that direction? What do you do right now for USC? It's a pretty, sketchy situation. This guy's turned around for you. The players like him, but is he really the big name that, USC can have as their coach?
Look we caught lightning in a bottle with Coach O. But on paper, he doesn't seem like the correct head coach to go with.
Right.
Look at what he did in Ole Miss. Yes,
Yes.
he's not the same coach. Like he says, I'm not that coach. I learned. I am a different coach. I'm learned from my mistakes. But we caught lightning in a bottle. Yes. We could give him a one-year contract. See what he does next year. We still are in sanctions next year. So I don't think a big head coach, a big-name coach is going to come. It's hard. It's hard for them to get a big-name coach. A lot of the names thrown out there most of them, they don't want to go. They don't want to come. USC, it's a dream job for a lot of coaches. A lot of coaches.
Yeah, well, let's just say you get. If let's say Jack Del Rio has USC ties, he's been linked to maybe coming over to USC. Already been interviewed. You got the coach from Texas A&M as well. It's probably the 2 leading candidates, guys. It's a realistic choice for them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you take one of them over Coach O, or do you maybe say, hey, give Coach O, maybe a year, maybe give him, sign a 4-year deal with Coach O, 2 years guaranteed. At the end of the 2 years, USC's got an option to let him out of the contract.
As we stand today, right now, I will give it to Coach O.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on
Because
that.
here we go. I don't think if we sign someone else coming in at the end of the year, we sign someone else, Jack DeRio, I don't think the guys, Marquise Lee, the big-time players, I don't think they'll come back.
Yeah, I agree. I think
they'll just go to the pros
Mm-hmm.
if we don't get Coach O. Now, saying that, we do have great running backs. We do have, Aguilar coming back. We do have Cody Kessler. We have Buck Allen. Big Buck Allen, man.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Been awesome? Has he been awesome?
That kid right there, been sitting in the bench. Lane Kiffin went and recruited him and still sat him in the bench.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just really, it's such a big change with Coach O. Just a change of an atmosphere of USC. The fans are back. Everyone's back. So, hey, Jesus, we appreciate the call, man. Big USC fan. We are pumped just like you are. Call in once again. We win this weekend, bud.
Hey, I hope we win.
All right,
we get this win. We get the Pac-12 next weekend.
That's right, against UCLA, baby.
Yeah,
Fight on.
I hate
Fight
to
on,
say
guys.
this. We hate to say this, but we're pulling hard for UCLA this weekend. They need to beat ASU for us to get a shot.
Yeah.
I've never rooted for UCLA in my life. And God damn it, I feel so shitty rooting for them this weekend. But hey, I hope they win this weekend.
That's
so we
got to
can
take one for the team.
slap it. We could slap them next weekend and shut up and shut the hell up, all those UCLA fans. I'm tired of hearing that it's UCLA this and it's a UCLA town. No, you're just a little brother.
That's
you
right.
got lucky one year. That's all you did. Got lucky.
All right, Jesus, fight on, baby.
Fight on, guys.
All right, bud.
All right.
That's
Hello,
awesome.
Jesus. Big USC fan, guys. You guys want to, again, call in 855-969-7268. Have you looked at Twitter lately?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see what Terrence sent me for my
Yeah.
for my power rankings? As you usually rave about my power rankings, right? Because I don't just put a lot of facts and statements in there. I
Right.
put some good-looking women in there, right?
Exactly.
Taryn over here at PayPal says, browsing the picks at New Sports Guru's rankings, my son declared himself a Tampa Bay fan this season, and it ain't for the wins. That's right. It's because of those bosoms there right in the middle, huh? Your boy knows what he likes.
Personally, I'm liking the Redskins right now, but
Yeah.
the Redskins pick was pretty good too.
I agree. So moving on, Trojans, big win this weekend. Again, we need UCLA to win.
They play Colorado.
Yeah.
The big game, one of the big games on the schedule this weekend is Arizona State, who is in first place in the Pac-12 South. They go to UCLA, play them in the Rose Bowl, the number 13 Bruins. This is huge, huge. If ASU wins this game, they're in.
Yeah.
They're in the Pac-12 championship game. If UCLA can win this game, if UCLA wins this game, that sets up the winner of USC-UCLA going to the Pac-12 championship game. That'd be just friggin' awesome.
Yes.
This town would be
big win.
be on
Another
fire.
huge game this week in Auburn. Absolutely unbelievable. Saved their national championship season.
Yes, they
Hail
did.
Mary play. They won us money, thank God.
Oh, yeah.
But if you can go throw it up, Arvin. Last play of the game here. A tip, what is it, 4th and 18?
It's 4th and 18 on their own 23 with 33 seconds left in the game.
Absolutely unbelievable. They get the Hail Mary pass that ends up beating Georgia. At the end of the game, they keep their national championship hopes alive. And here's the final call of the game. Go ahead and turn down the music there for me, Arvin. I'm going to go ahead and play this for you real quick.
Let's it go.
Absolutely crazy. The Georgia coaches falling to the ground. Just can't believe what happened.
You know what?
Crowd going nuts. Just a crazy atmosphere, crazy game.
I'm reading this week, right?
Yeah.
An interview with Coach Rick. We didn't think they were going to throw the ball deep. What? You didn't think they were going to throw the ball deep?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't think it was a Hail Mary situation because on the 50 or so, maybe so. But not from 23, right? Like, it's 4th and 18 with 35 seconds. Oh, well, we thought they might just throw for the first down yardage. What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, and we didn't tell our DBs to knock the ball down. Maybe I should have gone in there and told them to.
Here's the play one more time.
Really?
Last play of the game.
Let's it go.
I was talking to a buddy of mine on
My
the phone.
God, it's going crazy.
On the way home from work. I'm
Yeah.
talking to him on the way home from work, right? and they just start screaming, I don't believe it. He's like, what? Are you okay? Oh, they just won. But, oh, yeah, they set it up for the Iron Bowl. Alabama has the week off. They play Chattanooga this week. You know, I don't know who schedules these. It's my issue with the SEC forever.
Okay.
They front load with soft. They back load with soft.
Well, we're going to get in. You getting into top 25 matchups here? We're going to break down BCS real quick, and then we'll get into matchups real quick.
Okay, well, your BCS standings have come out.
No, let me throw some back on. Throw Knocker's his request on. Give him his request here. Knocker personally requested this as his background music because he's just a crazy ladies man. He lives in a jungle, right, Knocker?
Okay, Arvin, nice job.
I know.
Okay,
thank you.
Alabama comes out as
set
number
it up
one.
For him. I tried to.
Florida State comes out number
I'm
2.
trying here, but apparently the program doesn't like the song.
No problem. That's
No
okay,
problem.
man.
That's right.
It's okay. Throw something on.
All right, BCS.
Okay.
Top
Olivia
20, top 10
Newton-John, throw
standings.
something.
Yeah, Olivia Newton-John. Throw some of that on. That'd be fantastic. We should do that one show.
Yeah, Alabama, they're coming off a 20-7 win. They went down to Starkville.
Ranked
Mississippi
number 1.
State played them tough. They came out of there with the win. Florida State just hammered Syracuse 59-3. They're number 2. Ohio State moves up to number 3. Okay, and they're an enigma, man. Ohio State just hammers everybody that they play. 60-35 over Illinois last week. You got Baylor making a jump. They moved to number 4 with Stanford's loss. Oregon's at number 5. Auburn's number 6. You got Clemson at 7. You got Missouri, who controls their own destiny as far as getting to that SEC championship game. Missouri this week, they are playing at Ole Miss. Stanford's down at 9. You have Oklahoma State. And the big matchup this weekend is Baylor going to Oklahoma State.
Nice.
Baylor never, ever, ever, ever wins at Oklahoma State. But different Baylor team this year. That's your probably marquee match. Yeah, baby.
There you go, Knocker.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? My other dark horse last week, and I told you when we were talking about the games to post, the Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah, take down Miami, right?
Took down Miami.
The Canes.
The Duke Blue Devils control their own destiny. I believe they play Wake Forest this week, and then they play at North Carolina. They can get into the ACC championship.
Crazy.
This is Duke football we're talking about. This isn't Coach K.
Coach K's working all over the place.
This is Duke football.
Yeah, they are.
And
Duke,
they're on the road to get into a championship game with Florida State. Oregon took down Utah 44-21. Again, USC's big, huge win. Arizona State controls their own destiny. They beat Oregon State 30-17. Now we come into this week's game.
Now I'm going to break them down for you. I want you to give me your winners and kind of give me a little outcome prediction here, okay?
Okay.
Number 17, Arizona State, again, big game this weekend. Lots of implications. At number 14, UCLA. What do you think of the Bruins coming through in this one? You're scared of this one. You've been talking about this game this morning.
Yeah, Arizona State is a scoring machine. They did not play very well against Notre Dame, but they've played very well against everybody else. But tough game coming into the Rose Bowl. UCLA's defense is on fire right now. I'm looking for a really, really close game, but I'm going to go with UCLA in this one.
In a close one?
And it's going to set up the big match
next
the following week with USC.
All right, this is a huge game here. SEC number 12, Texas A&M traveling number 22 LSU. A lot of big matchups here. A lot of stuff had to do with the Heisman, especially with Johnny Manziel coming off of the bye here. What are your thoughts? You think the Aggies roll in and beat the Tigers here?
Yeah, I do. I think.
Really?
Wow. I think LSU, because they're not going to be playing for a championship, they don't have a shot to get to the championship game.
Yeah.
Not going to be as tough as normal. I think A&M just has a little bit too much offense. I see this somewhere around 35-24, something like that.
Okay. All right. Next one up here could be an interesting game as well. Number 19, Wisconsin absolutely threw down the hammer on Indiana, playing number 25, Minnesota. Does Wisconsin still have a chance to get in the Rose Bowl?
Wisconsin has a shot to get into the Rose Bowl. A few things have to happen.
I mean, they look really good the past 2-3 weeks now.
Well, they're always tough at home.
Yeah.
Anytime you want a win at home, you go with Wisconsin and
you see maybe an upset here with Minnesota at home here, taking down the Badgers.
Well, they go into Minnesota. Minnesota hasn't been ranked in the top 25 since God was an altar boy. It's been a long, long time.
Since God was an altar boy, I like that.
it's been a long time, and they've got a neat thing going on with Coach Krill, who suffers from epilepsy. He's had seizures, and he's up in the booth, and they really love that coach down there in Minnesota. So I don't think Minnesota has enough to
get it done
to topple Wisconsin. So I like Wisconsin, but I think Wisconsin, if I can get my damn computer to move, I believe Wisconsin is one game behind Michigan State. Oh no, I think they're in Ohio State's division, and I think they're out of it. I don't think they can get to the Rose Bowl as a Big 12, Big 10 champion.
Okay.
On the other side, you're looking at Michigan State. Michigan State's got a tough game this weekend. They finally broke
Michigan State number 13 at Northwestern. Northwestern blew it last week at home.
Boy, did they ever
Michigan
blow
State,
it.
though, man, that defense is legit. And I'm telling you, one of the best I've seen in a while coming out of college football.
I believe it's the best in the country. Okay, Wisconsin's at 8-2. Ohio State's at 10-0. So I can't see Wisconsin coming out from that division.
Now let's break down the two big ones. Now these are the huge matchups late at night here. One on ESPN, one on ABC. First one up here, number 8 Missouri going to Ole Miss, number 24. Missouri still controls their own destiny, right?
Missouri controls their own destiny in the SEC. If they win out, they will be playing.
You think this is another stub your toe game here, Missouri, or you think they can come out and beat Ole Miss? Ole Miss is always tough at home.
Ole Miss
is a tough place to play.
I'm a little disappointed. I thought Ole Miss was going to have a much better year than they're having. They're sitting at 7-3, but I really thought that this was going to be a breakout year. And for them, 7-3, 3-3 in the conference is a pretty good year.
Yeah.
I think Missouri's a little bit too fast for them.
Okay.
I think Missouri's offense moves at a high rate of speed, and I think Ole Miss,
doesn't match up well.
They'll stay in there adrenaline-wise in the first half, but I see Missouri kind of pulling away in the second half.
All right, now the big one of the weekend. Me and you are going to look forward to this. A lot of points scored in this game. Baylor, number 4, traveling into Oklahoma City, number 10. This has got huge national championship implications here, especially with Baylor. Now, this is going to be tough here. Baylor obviously can put up a lot of points. Oklahoma State as well. Baylor does not play well in Oklahoma State.
No. Baylor never travels well to Stillwater.
Yeah.
Stillwater's a rough place to play. It really is.
How do you see this one figuring out?
Baylor's at 9-0. Oklahoma State's at 9-1. Now, this is the one conference that does not have a championship game. So this is the Big 12 championship game.
Baylor has to win this, obviously, to have any national championship considerations.
Well, if they don't win it, then everyone's just going to say, well, they were a fluke from the start, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're a damn good football team. I don't see them going in and winning this game.
Really? You see the Cowboys winning this one, huh?
I think the Cowboys have just enough defense because they're mirror images. They play the same offense.
I agree.
They play the same offense. And I just got to give the nod to the home team. And that's the only reason that I'm going to go with Oklahoma State. It's going to be boy, if you can get this one on TV, grab your fireman's brews, put your feet up, and it's just going to light up the scoreboard.
You see any upsets on the board? Any big upsets at all? Obviously, like you said, Florida State at Idaho going to take them down. Ohio State at home taking on Indiana. Did you see maybe an Oregon fall into Arizona? You think that maybe a little close game there?
No. I think Oregon runs over. I don't see really
anything else. I'm looking at the schedule. There's
on
not
the
much,
schedule.
as well. So, all right, guys. Well, we'll take a break here real quick, and then we'll get into our NBA, NHL news. We'll break down just the current standings for you guys, give us our thoughts and news and notes as well around the league. Also, Wild World of Sports. Don't miss it. We got a Penn State grandma. You wish she was your grandma.
Yep.
I would love to party with this woman.
Absolutely.
So we'll bring you that as well. We're going to get the first ever barrel roll completed, 360 barrel roll by a off-road motocross.
Really?
Yeah, truck driver. So we'll bring you that as well. And a couple more things on the slate in Wild World of Sports. So stick with us. We'll be back right after this.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. 3 quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. we will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bank Mart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Hey, bro, this is a good game. You know what would make it better?
What, bro?
A michelada.
A michelada? What's a michelada?
A michelada is somewhere in the middle of a Mexican Bloody Mary and a Mexican margarita.
Oh, I got you covered, bro.
You got a cup in your pocket?
No, sir. I got my pocket-sized michelada. Mucho macho michelada.
Pocket size?
Pocket size, so you can take it with you anywhere you go.
Where'd you get that at?
At the nearest convenience store, and you can also buy it at muchomachomichelada.com.
You know what will make it better? After we get drunk, if they had a line we could call.
We can call their drunk line. You can leave a message and then log on to the site and listen to your stupidity afterwards.
What's that number?
It's 855-MICHE-69.
What's that number again?
855-MICHE-69.
Awesome. Mucho macho michelada.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax-deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one tequila.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
the
on.
old-fashioned way. Never mass-produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one, tequila.
Did you ever want to have your own radio show?
No.
Okay. But if you did, you should call the Rant Radio Network at 855-693-4897.
What was that number again? I don't understand what you're saying.
855-693-4897.
Back here on the SportsCast. Thank you guys for chiming in again. Today's been a great show so far. If you guys missed anything, any of our shows on demand, at thenewsportsguru.com, guys. All of our shows at the Pod Center there. You can watch everything live, download them, stream them, leave a comment. Also, check us out on iTunes. Okay, guys, you guys can just search SportsCast, subscribe, leave a message, rate the show. It's very important to us. It helps us out a lot. Also, you guys can find us on iHeartRadio as well. We are also there on Stitcher and pretty much every audio platform. Yeah, we're just getting out there. Anywhere you guys can pretty much find us anywhere nowadays. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to Rant Radio Network on YouTube, their YouTube channel. All of our shows are put up there as well, so make sure you guys subscribe to that as well, and their Facebook page at Rant Radio Network. All right, guys.
That's terribly sexy.
It is terribly sexy. All right, coming up, let's get into our NBA, baby. The association is back. It is Kobe. The Kobe sighting.
There's a Kobe sighting.
Got Kobe sighting. He's been cleared. All basketball activities for the Kobe Bryant. Taking some shots with the Lakers in practice. Looking to get back for a team that a bit surprising a little bit. Won some games you didn't think they would, but still not a real playoff contender. But we'll get into the standings, news and notes, and more. Brought to you by Burst O Flavor.
Burst O Flavor.
Burst O Flavor, guys. You guys see us always smoking on our vape pens, on our hookahs. Burst O Flavor, guys. They are the ones that provide the juice and jams and jellies for us. Comes in the flavors, a bunch of different flavors. You can check them out at burstoflavor.com. Also on Twitter at Burst O Flavor. They have a bunch of different flavors: melon, strawberry, watermelon.
Cherry.
They got cherry, blueberry. They've got
Watermelon.
hemp. Everything you guys can think of. Any flavors you guys can order directly at burstoflavor.com, guys. All right, let's get into our NBA, the association. You can go and kill for me there, Arvin. Throw me up a little background here. Man, Indiana Pacers right now. Just on fire. 9-1 right now.
Yeah.
In the East, riding dirty right now. Best start of their season they've had in a while in the Eastern Division. We're going to break down the standings for you. 9-1 with Indiana Pacers. Miami right behind it, 8-3. Chicago winning 5 in a row, 6-3 now. Derrick Rose finally seems to get in his legs under him a little bit.
Yeah.
Finding his rhythm.
They're getting used to playing with him again.
Yeah.
I know that sounds funny, but they're just getting used to having him on the
does.
floor.
But again, the East is just shaping up like the East always does, Knocker.
Yeah.
Just bad. I mean, after the first three teams, you don't go in with a winning record besides Atlanta. You got Philly at 5-7, Atlanta 6-5, Charlotte 5-6, Detroit 4-6, and Orlando 4-6. I mean, my God, if the playoffs started today, you'd have Boston out, New York's not in it, Brooklyn's not. I mean,
yeah, a couple of surprises to see Brooklyn and New York sitting down there at the bottom. That's a problem. I know I'm stumbling over my words. It's a problem with the NBA right now, where we were talking earlier. The NFL, the parity. You don't know who's going to win. There's excitement every weekend. I mean, you can pretty much look at an NBA schedule and know who the hell's going to win. Something's got to be done. Something has to be done to get these other teams. You just cannot have that many teams in one conference as sub-500 teams. You just can't.
I agree. It's pretty sad, though. But, again, Indiana, Miami, Chicago, again, just same premier teams that have been the last 2 or 3 years here. And I really do think, I've been saying it all year, I called Pacers Golden State NBA Finals at the beginning of the year. I'm telling you, man, this Indiana team, if they're all healthy, with Hibbert, with George,
Granger.
with West, it's just, Granger, everybody. This team is just really a well-balanced team that can stick, if not play better than a Miami Heat team.
And they don't mind playing defense.
Yeah.
What I like about Indiana is they don't mind playing defense.
And they're not beating people. They're beating people.
Yeah.
They're really beating people double digits here. Breaking into the West here, NBA standings. You guys want to comment, you guys SportsCast_TH on Twitter, or again, call the show, 855-969-7268. San Antonio in the West. I just can't believe it. Everybody, when you talk, when you talk the West every single year, no one ever says Spurs, and they're there every single year. I don't get it. These guys are old, but just they seem to come out and play. And winners of 7 straight. Again, Knocker just
sitting at 9-1. You gotta love it. Best coach in
Greg
the NBA.
Pop, man.
You just can't argue with that.
The surprise team so far this season, the Portland Trailblazers.
And I love it,
man.
I love it. Portland has been snake bit with draft picks. You go back to Sam Bowie instead of Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
You go to Greg Oden. They're just snake bit when it comes to that. Even you can go all the way back to Bill Walton back in the 70s. He was the best player. To me, probably top 3 centers of all time.
Okay.
But he had bad knees. He was never really healthy his whole career. Portland is a wonderful basketball town.
Yeah.
It's Wonderful. Their fans are just insane up there. They love their basketball. And, again, it's good for the NBA. It's good for the NBA for Portland to have a good team.
And they're a tough team, and that's one of the toughest arenas to play in.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if they get some home court in the playoffs, I mean, really.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the Lakers have the worst winning percentage
No,
in the Rose Garden
Lakers do
of
not
any
win
other
up there
arena.
at all. They haven't for
Tough
years.
place to play, and I'm glad to see it. And I don't believe this is a fluke. This team is for real.
Yeah. Coming in, the number 3 team here, my team. Been riding them all year. Love the talent on it. Just a fun team to watch in general. The Golden State Warriors. But Stephen Curry going to be out with the concussion.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Suffered a concussion. He's got a headache, but again, they're going to take these things day by day. Shouldn't be out for too long. But again, big part of the team, Steph Curry. And coming at number 4 here in the West, the standings at 7-3, Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, continue. Westbrook and Durant continue to be the force with that team. Again, they're going to be there till the end. They're going to fight, into the playoffs. They're going to be one of those top 4 teams.
Yeah, they're going to get to the playoffs. The only question I'm going to have.
I just don't think besides Ibaka and Durant and Westbrook, I don't know if they got enough.
Yeah, what I was going to say is their issue is going to be depth.
Bench play.
Yeah, they're not very deep in their bench, and to get through the playoffs, you have to have a bench.
They're one injury away from just completely not making the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, they'll as shown last year, they cannot survive an injury to one of those two guys.
Again, it's just like how powerful the West is. All these teams are, and the top 8 are just ridiculous. You got Houston at 8-4. I mean, Jeremy Lin kind of having to bounce the Lin sanity, maybe back this year a little bit. But this team, really, they got this team playing together as a unit here with Harden and Howard. Big dynamic unit here. We'll see what happens. Clippers, again, I thought they'd start off a little better. But again, 7-4. Doc's got them playing the way they should. Again, they're playing defense, and that's what the Clippers never used to play in the past. And they're finally playing some defense.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute for them to buy into his system and to do things. But, he does come with the pedigree, and I think it was an awesome move for Donald Sterling to step up one more time, and do what he can to get a championship for the Clippers. But like you said, man, look at the records. The worst team in the top 8 is 7-5.
Yeah, and you got Memphis 6-5, and they're not even in the top 8.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They just took the Clippers. I believe they took the Clips out last night.
I just feel bad if you're in Utah, you're getting the first pick. Andrew Wiggins is coming your way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't. They might not win 10 games this year.
That's
1
not
and
a
11.
bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not. You might as well ride it out, right? I mean, you're bad.
It's not a bad thing at this point.
I mean,
man.
Milwaukee's got not very far off at 2-7, but it's looking bad. All right, guys, that's been your NBA news and notes. Let's switch it up and get on to the other side of the ice. NHL. Arvin, go and throw it on for me. NHL, it's me and Knocker's one of the favorite sports here. Big Kings fans. Baby, the NHL.
I'm loving it.
It is. It's been a great season so far.
How about tip the cap to Scrivens?
To who?
Scrivens, the backup goalie for the Kings.
Okay.
Jonathan Quick goes down with an injury. Ben Scrivens steps up. Not only does he perform, he pitches 2 shutouts in a row.
Yeah.
Finally gave up a goal last night in a game against Tampa Bay. I think he went 129 minutes or so of shutout ball. I mean, that's just awesome.
And most backups, whether it's backup QB, backup pitcher, and whether it's in basketball, the bench, the 6th, 7th man, you really don't understand the importance of a backup goalie in hockey and how much he matters for a game. I mean, this guy's playing usually a fifth of your games during this NHL season. I mean, that's maybe 15 games. If you can get a goal, you can go 10-5. Win 2 out of every 3 games. I mean, that is such an asset to an NHL team.
And the Kings had it in Bernier.
Yes, they did.
The Kings had
and
total
I'm glad for
confidence.
Bernier because I liked him, but I'm glad he got his because he deserved it after
Yes,
the
he
season
deserved
had.
a shot, and the trade to Toronto has worked out.
Look what it did for Toronto,
both teams. But Scriven comes in and playing in.
Do you know where they got this guy? I've never heard of this guy. Do you know?
He got him in the trade. They got him in the
they
trade
did
with
give him in the
Toronto.
trade. Okay,
he was the number 1 goalie in Toronto.
Wow, so they actually didn't have faith in this
he
kid,
was the number
or?
1 kid starting last year, and then
stumbled a little bit,
a little, and then.
Okay.
They made the trade in the offseason. So he steps up, and playing in Quick's shadow is not easy because, the Kings have total, complete confidence in Jonathan Quick. So now you come out and you throw 2 shutouts. What that does for the confidence in your new teammates in playing in front of you, the Kings don't have to change their style and protect you.
And that's usually something you got to do with the backup.
Exactly. And they now know that they can just continue to play Kings hockey, and this guy's gonna keep them in the game.
On Twitter, we got our
win the
Kings
game.
fan shout out from @JoePacheco4. Kings, #Kings fan for life. That's right, baby.
Atta baby.
That's right. All right.
They just dropped the hammer on Toronto. Tampa Bay last night.
Yes, they did. Drop the hammer down. So let's get into the standings over in the East. In the Atlantic, Boston continues to be playing well. Won one of their last 2 games, 7-2 and won their last 10. Just been playing tough at home, man. And plus 21 goal differential. And that's where it's key right here. These teams that, their goalie's coming up big and they're just putting goals in the net.
Yeah, it's something you usually don't see from a Boston team.
No.
They're not a huge goal-scoring team. They're a
grinding
grinding
out.
team. And for them to be at 59 goals so far with a differential of 21, they're going to be tough to beat.
Tampa Bay coming in at number 2 here in the Atlantic Division with 28 points. Again, it's Steven Stamkos. We'll see how they recover from that injury. Going to be out quite a bit here, a month and a half, 2 months here. So it's going to be interesting to see how long Tampa can hold on with the other superstar. Toronto, everyone's favorite city, Knocker's favorite city, your Leafs, the Toronto Maple Leafs, baby. 6-3 and 1 their last 10. You thought maybe, hot start. It's the Maple Leafs. They're going to fall off. No, this team's legit, and they play hard every game. 27 points here.
A lot of good young players on that squad.
Detroit Red Wings, again, coming back up, a younger team. Not the same Detroit team we're all used to seeing here. It's a different kind of team, different style, but again, Detroit sticking up in the Atlantic
this is
number
the
4.
first year you can really say that Detroit is really in a transition year.
Oh, big time.
But
look at what a transition year. They're still in 4th place.
Exactly.
They're still able to, stay relevant.
Exactly, but they don't have that star power where you could recognize, 80% of the players on the ice for Detroit. They really are in a transition year, but hats off to them, man. In a transition year, they're still playing damn good hockey.
Getting into the worst called division I've ever heard of, the Metropolitan Division in hockey. I don't even know who comes up with that. But the Penguins continue. Won me some money the other night against the Ducks. A big win over the Ducks the other night. Pittsburgh Penguins, though, 9-3 at home. Again, they've got that home swing, but still on the road 4-5. This team, still playing a little inconsistent for the Penguins status, but 26 points leads the Metropolitan Division. Alex Ovechkin, again, he is my favorite player in hockey. I mean, I love Crosby, what he can do, but Alex Ovechkin, if you're going to make me a hockey player, I want everything Alex Ovechkin has, from the hits, the way he plays, his heart, the goal scoring, everything. Rangers finally picking it up a little bit after a rough start to start the season. Back up at number 3 with 20 points. Switching over to the West. It is hockey and NBA. West is just where it's at right here in both these leagues.
The West is insane.
The West is insane. You got Chicago at the top. Again, the champs at 32 points, 14-4. They got the plus 13 goal differential. The St. Louis Blues playing out of their minds right now. 7-2-1 the last 10, 31 points, right on Blackhawks' heels. And my favorite team to watch this year, Colorado Avalanche.
Absolutely.
Just a bunch of young kids who know how to play. They get after it. Fast team. And I just love Patrick Roy on the bench.
They remind me of the young Edmonton Oilers before they went on their championship run.
What do you mean with the Curry and
with Curry and Gretzky and all those guys?
Yeah.
Before they started winning championships.
When they're starting to get
when they were starting to build and starting to gel and starting to come on.
This team's going to be good.
This is the way that the Colorado Avalanche play hockey right now.
Switching over to the Pacific, the Anaheim Ducks at the top still, even after losing 8-0 at home. Ducks have not lost at home this year. 32 points, 15 wins, 6 losses. San Jose again. San Jose is one of the best regular season teams. Again, they continue, but we'll see what happens to get playoff time with 31 points in second. And Phoenix and LA, 3-4 here in the Pacific, both with 31 points. LA's won 4 in a row, though. And just they're a solid team. LA's going to be there right at the end.
Kings are playing well.
Yeah, Kings are playing well.
I look for them to at least get to the Conference Championship Series.
I agree. All right, guys, that's been your NHL standings, news, and notes. If you guys want to, again, check us all out, thenewsportscrew.com. All the info and insight there. All right, guys, everyone's favorite part of the show is right around the corner. Go ahead and cut it for me here, Arvin. We've got just a fantastic Wild World of Sports for you guys today. We get a lot of comments, emails, shout-outs for this section of the show because not a lot of shows do it. They just cover your average stuff. We bring you all the good stuff here.
Absolutely. We reach out.
We do. We reach out. We find stuff for you. So let's bring it in, Knocker.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sports.
What we do, we bring you the constant variety of sports here.
There is a variety.
There is a variety. Now,
and we bring it to you.
We bring it to you. All right, I'm gonna say the best one for last here. Okay, I'm gonna get into this guy first. Now, Knocker, when you were in high school, you weren't that you played wide receiver, right? So, and you're not a very big guy, right? You've been maybe the same height. What are you, 5'10"?
I graduated at 128 pounds.
I got that in my pants, bitch.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, really, 128 pounds?
When I graduated high school,
Five-
when I played
5'8",
football
5'9"?
as a senior in high school, I was 5'8", 128 pounds.
Yeah. What was maybe the biggest?
In the program, I was 5'9", 155.
That's what she said. Yeah. Thank you. That was a good one. That's what she said. Exactly.
But for reals, yeah, I was 5'8", 128.
Okay. Now, you ever get really intimidated? Like, there's some big guys in high school, obviously, right? If you're a small guy, big linebackers, big linebackers. You ever like a guy that just scared the pants off of you when you played?
No. I can't say I was ever intimidated by anybody.
Okay.
I mean, there were a couple of linemen that I ducked under.
Okay.
When they pulled on the sweep, I have to fill. I'm ducking.
Yeah. Like, no way.
I'm ducking.
You got knocked the fuck out, bitch. Getting out of there. All right, now let's just check now. So, what would you consider a big high school football player?
Big?
Yeah, like maybe a big guy.
In my day or now?
Now, like, what would you consider? Just like even in your day, what's a big high school?
Oh, big in
football
my day probably would have been 6'5", 265, something like that.
6'5", 255?
265, 270.
But that's a
something
lineman,
like that.
right?
Yo, you're saying big guy. Yeah.
Like a lineman size
Right,
guy?
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just meet this guy, Tony Picado, okay? This guy is a high school player, 6'4". Let me get his weight here. 6'4", 400 pounds.
Whoa! Sweet. Big butt Niles.
He's at a Washington high school. Okay. Take a look at the picture. Right. Look at this guy.
Oh my gosh.
No, that is not Photoshopped. Okay, that's not Photoshopped at all.
Okay, I'm intimidated.
That's
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, that's gonna make you piss your pants. Imagine look at number 3.
Look at number 3. Like, oh yeah. Okay,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope.
This is not gonna work out well.
It's not gonna work out. I actually have a video of watching him run. It's almost like Halloween status. I mean, literally, this guy it takes a whole team to bring this guy down. Tony Picard, he's a 6'4", 400-pound student from a high school running back and nose tackle. Of course, he plays both ways.
Nose tackle. Awesome.
He's a part Sioux Indian. Attends White Swan High School in Washington's Yakima Count, but just unbelievable. This guy, they have him at 576 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns, 10 games this year.
Lord have
That's just
mercy.
a big dude right there, right?
That's a load.
That's a load.
Yeah, the baby out the backfield all by himself.
That's right.
All by himself.
All right, here. That's Wild World of Sports here. I'm telling you, that guy.
It's going to be legend.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Dairy.
Yeah, it's going to be. All right, now, next up here, Wild World of Sports. Now, Knocker, when you play video games, you like racing games, you can flip a car, do flips with it, run over stuff. It's just awesome. You're like, man, I wish I could really do this in real life. It'd be really nice. Well, check out Driver performs the first ever 360 barrel roll, okay, at Baja, California over the past weekend, the Baja 1000. First ever 360 barrel roll. We're going to play the video for you right now. Arvin, go ahead and throw it on. You guys can watch it here, rantradionetwork.com. That's good, Arvin. That's pretty good stuff.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah, it is.
You guys, if you missed the video, can't
That's
watch it
good
here.
stuff
It's
right
under
there.
the Wild World of Sports section under the newsportsguru.com. I mean, look at that, man. That is like Matrix status. Lands that sucker. The guy's name was Adrian the Wild Mancini. Of course, is at Ensenada, Baja, California. At this week's Baja 1000, so check it out, guys. The newsportsguru.com. That's awesome.
That's truly awesome. That's fantastic right there.
All right, now we talked about how you're a degenerate, right? Gambler.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I admit it. Hi, I'm David. I'm a degenerate gambler.
Exactly. Okay, now
Go Huskies!
Now, Now, you bet small amount. I mean, not a huge gamble. Right?
No. I have a limit on what I will bet every weekend.
Is the limit money, or would you actually bet items?
Well, if I ran out of money,
if I ran
out of money, I might be talked into it. If I felt sure enough and passionate enough.
If you felt sure about it, like you had some insider information, you knew you were going to win this bet. You're like, I know I'm going to win this bet. I'm betting everything. I'm betting the house.
And not just making it as a term. I'm actually
going to bet the house.
That's pretty ballsy.
What do you think Wendy would say about that? You wake up Sunday morning, hey, Wendy.
We got to move.
The title on the house is on the Patriots. +3. Just want to let you know. So if you want to
What the hell is wrong with you?
Why are you so into this game? You're way into this game more so than any other. Well, start back and we're down.
As you're sucking Vicodins down to kill the pain.
We're losing, honey.
That's how you're
Start packing, honey.
Yeah.
We got to be gone by 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's meet this Uganda man, okay? Uganda.
Okay.
Okay, Uganda man, huge. Okay, Manchester United fan.
Okay.
All
right.
Manchester United was playing Arsenal over this past week. Okay, the story came out on Sunday. Okay,
Big
so
rivals.
it's a little bit old.
Big rivals.
Big rivals, though. Okay, big Premiership League. Now, members of the Uganda district of Uganda were present at the time of the signing. Okay, of this agreement on the wager. So usually with friends, you're like, hey, dude, I bet you know so and so, but there's nothing written.
Bet you 12er.
Yeah, I bet you 12, but it's all word of mouth, right?
Right.
No, they had public come out for this signing.
Notarized,
okay? Yes.
lawyers, the whole 9 yards, huh?
So,
wow.
Now, this guy's name is Henry Habasini. Okay, he's an Arsenal fan. Decided, you know what? Arsenal's so good this year, man. They're going to kick Manchester United's ass.
Right.
And I feel so good about it. I'm going to put my home up.
I'm betting.
He's
betting
my
his
home
house
against his buddy, okay?
Okay.
So I bet you, because his buddy's a Manchester fan, this guy's an Arsenal fan. He's like, I bet you Arsenal's going to beat Manchester. I'm betting the house. That's not money. I'm betting on my house.
Damn.
Okay?
Damn.
So, what's the other guy do? Richard Yiga. He's like, you know what? Okay, I'll match you. I'm going to put up my car and my wife.
You serious?
Yeah, it's collateral.
Okay, I only see one winner in this one.
All right?
Wow.
So if the wife loses, she basically keeps her own house with a different husband. Basically, So in the end, Manchester would go on to beat Arsenal 1-0. Okay. So this guy had to lose his house because he bet it. And this was all signed in agreement. You guys can check out the story, thenewsportscrew.com. Robert Van Persie scored the lone goal in the 27th minute. And the report says he was forcibly removed from his home on Monday by United supporters. He was moved out of his house, baby.
My God.
What do you if you're that guy's wife? I bet, honey, I put you up for collateral. What's Wendy? You saw that win. Honey, if we lose this bet, you're going to be staying with Roger for a little while.
Yeah. You're going to be moving. See that house next door?
Yeah.
You're moving over there with the car.
Yeah.
So dress up pretty.
Yeah.
He just won you.
Yeah. Oh, and your car. He's got both of you. You need to take them. It's fantastic, though.
Wow.
Huh?
You
Like
bet
that.
me?
No,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, could the bet have been made on purpose? Did he want to just get rid of her?
Yeah, I thought. He's like, fuck this bitch, man. I want a divorce. I'm going to get rid of her this way through a bet.
The fix was in. The fix was in.
I just like how they had people really sanction this thing. Like, guy literally lost
That's
his house.
awesome.
All right.
Now, it is Uganda.
Yeah, it is Uganda. So
What's the house made of?
Stop.
Okay.
It's-
Do we go there?
You get my twig hut, and I'm going to get your... Does that come with the hammock?
You
Does
get
that
my
just come
straw
with the-
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get the corrugated tin one, right? Is that it? I'm sorry. I that is
Oh,
horrible.
no.
I am so
No,
sorry.
I love that.
I did not mean to go there.
You
That's
did.
just wrong.
You did. I'm playing this just for you. Here we go.
That is
That's
just
right.
wrong.
All right, now,
Hey,
save the
wait,
best for last.
hang on. I do love this.
What, go
My
ahead.
degenerate. We were talking about my degenerate self.
Oh, of course.
This is from Joe Pacheco 4. You can always tell when Bud Knocker is having a pretty bad betting day by the flood of profanity-laced tweets. And he's so right.
That is so right.
That is so me when they start doing stupid shit and start
Yeah.
losing. I start throwing it out there.
Yeah. So hilarious.
You
do.
can tell.
People tell. Like, you know when Knocker's on Twitter, he's either really drunk and tweeting some really funny stuff, or he's really pissed and cussing out. Really
Team's losing.
Yes. All right, Knocker. Next up here. Save the best for last.
All right.
Tailgating's always fun, right?
Oh, God, yes.
So
I
the best
love
time,
it.
especially college.
Oh,
College
it's the
tailgating's
best.
man.
Absolutely.
I've been out to USC for a couple games. Great tailgating. Everybody's pretty enjoyable with each other. You go walk around to the people, different barbecues going on, beer games.
Mhm.
You got the beanbag throw. Everything's going on.
Hey, you know what's cool about tailgating for college, though?
Mhm.
It's not like the pros.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
never
It's
see people fighting or getting killed. Even when the rivals are there, it's all pretty good-natured.
Texas USC,
pretty
people were cool as hell when Texas USC was
You know, everybody's there for the same. Not like the pros where they tailgate and then they start killing each other.
Exactly.
You know,
you got women pulling hair out. And
yeah,
it's
kudos to tailgating at college games.
So
go
college
on.
game this weekend, Penn State was at home playing the Boilermakers, Purdue, and they put a smackdown, 45-21.
Yeah, they
in
did.
Happy Valley, okay?
Yeah, they did.
But that was not the highlight of the night.
No, it was not.
The highlight of the night came from back in the parking lot where a elderly woman, big Penn State fan, a grandma, Penn State grandma, decided, I'm going to rip a beer bong before the game. I'm going to take a beer bong down, and I'm going to do it for 15-plus seconds, bitches.
I love
and
it.
not spill a drop.
No way.
Most people, you know, they take the beer
including
bong.
you?
Yeah, including me. I get to go there, really? Really?
It is what it is, bro.
I'm not as young as I used to be. My throat doesn't open up, okay? My throat doesn't open that big.
Okay, Linda.
Okay, yeah.
That was a Lovelace reference.
It was. It was. All right, so this girl here, we're going to play the video for you. Grandma doesn't spill it on her. Okay? Doesn't spill it on her or anything. She takes like a champion. And, of course, the bros are just, go, go, go. Go ahead and hit for the Arvin right now. RantRadioNetwork.com, guys. You guys can check out the video right now. Beer bong chugging grandma. This thing's full, Knocker. That's like 2 beers.
Rip it, he says.
Look at her, dude. Look, it's going fast. She chugs that. Look at his face. Oh, yeah.
That is just the most awesome thing ever.
You know, she was feeling like this. Take you on tonight.
I have a 3-part question.
Yes.
How many husbands has she had?
Perfect.
Does she have any teeth? And what is she doing later?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Heck, do we have her number?
You are. Oh, my God.
Pathetic,
dude. Yeah, you are.
You are one pathetic loser.
Telling you, man. Telling you. All right, guys. It's been another great show. If you guys missed any of it, you can get us on demand again at thenewsportscrew.com. We'll be back tonight. We have a good show. Freddie Lockhart in studio, actor, comedian. Be a great show. We got Fancy Trade.
Beard.
Yeah, Fancy. Yeah, the beard will be his beard. Is
beard
huge.
to be in the house.
It's huge. What's the guy's name for the Dodgers? The guy with a huge beard, Brian Wilson.
Wilson, yeah.
I mean, it's basically that status.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
That
Napoli's beard ain't nothing.
No. Freddie Lockhart, though, be in studio tonight, 4:30 to 6, our NFL Game Day show. We'll do our pigskin pick'ems for Week 12, go over all the games, pick our winners, and Fancy Trade for one will actually be in the house tonight, so it'll be great.
Man.
We're getting right into playoff time for fantasy football, guys, so this is a big week. You guys got
I know
fantasy.
one guy who ain't going to be there.
Yeah, you. Fantasy questions, though, bring them SportsCast_THN. We'll get them on tonight's
get 'em on
show
the
or
air.
email us as well. Want to thank Arvin for another great show, Rant Radio Network, as usual, for providing the studio.
Arvin.
And we'll be back next week, guys. Same time, same place. We love you guys all. You guys be good humans. We'll be back next week, guys.
To me, that's a lady. You know what I'm saying?
Right.